there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with the third part of this long absence pickup video. By the time I post this one, I'll have already shared with you the video games and random stuff, the comic books, and in this video I wanted to talk about movie stuff. So first off, I'm going to talk about the Cinepolis Cups. I'm not sure if I've talked about all of these, but if I've repeated myself, I apologize. But they released these promotional cups in the movie theater where I go to. It's called Cinepolis. I've shared with you guys a number of cups, but they released these AntMan ones. This one I'm not sure if I have talked about. If I did, I apologize. But this is the blue AntMan. AntMan. And I'm really glad that they kept calling it Ant-Man and not translate it into Hombre Hormiga, because that would make a long-ass title, so I'm really glad that they kept Ant-Man. I've already went to see the movie with the wife, and it's a really good movie. If you like Guardians of the Galaxy, you'll definitely like Ant-Man. It has that same quirkiness, the same humor. Paul Rudd did a really good job. The way that they de-aged Michael Douglas was very impressive, much better than what they did with Jeff Bridges in Tron Legacy. That effect looked really cool. It didn't look Uncanny Valley-ish. It actually looked like he filmed that scene in Ant-Man when he goes into S.H.I.E.L.D. When he was young. It's a really good. I thought it was a really good effect. He also did a good job, and Evangeline Lilly also did a good job. Hey, there's my wife. You guys haven't seen this. My wife actually painted her hair purple. It looks really cool. Let's see if you.
Hi.
Hi. She's feeling a lot better, after the birth of our daughter. She's able to go out and about a lot more, and so yeah. Painted her hair purple. She looks amazing with purple hair. She has to get back to school because she's a teacher, so that's not going to last that long. But yeah, just something really cool. Also picked up the red version of the Ant-Man cup. I usually don't double dip and buy these different versions. I usually buy the best, the one that I think looks better. But I originally first bought this one, but then went to Cinepolis again and saw this one, so I liked the movie so much that I picked both of them. What's next? I mentioned this when I talked about the poster. Also went to see Pixels. Actually, Pixels is the last movie we've gone to see, and that movie has been bashed, especially by Movie Bob. I like watching Movie Bob's videos from the Game Over Thinker and his other movie reviews. But I respect him. I truly do respect Movie Bob, but I don't think Pixels was as bad as he says it is. It has flaws. I'll definitely say this. It does have flaws. It does seem like Adam Sandler had a great idea, but didn't quite know how to follow through with it. Of course, there's that controversy that it's based on a Futurama, or it's ripping off a Futurama episode. And there's another short film that has the same kind of thing, so it does have issues, but I thought it was an entertaining movie. It didn't fill me with rage. It actually filled me with nostalgia, seeing all these characters. Is it a cash-in movie? Right now, video gaming in general, much like comic books, everything's a cash-in. Every single movie or product or merchandise that they release based on video games or comic books is in itself a cash-in. Our humble underground gaming and geek culture has gone mainstream, and it's ballooned ever since The Big Bang Theory. So I'm not as upset about Pixels as obviously other people are. I enjoyed the movie. For what it is. It's a callback to retro video games and the arcades, and again, I said this before in the last video, and I'll say it again, the action sequences I thought were well done, and the effects used for the pixel video game characters were pretty cool. So I enjoyed it based on that. So I picked up the Pixels Cups. This one is the first one I picked up because it has Donkey Kong attacking Japan, which I thought was pretty cool. And here we have a Space Invader attacking France. So this is the first cup I picked up. But then the last time we went to Cinépolis, I asked around because they had these giant popcorn cups, and those are the only ones I've seen with Pac-Man. But I asked the guy if they had a cup of Pac-Man, and he went to the warehouse where they keep their stuff, and he was able to find the last Pac-Man cup. So Pac-Man is now part of my cups collection, and I really like this. And I will pick up Pixels when it releases on DVD, because while I do agree that Adam Sandler has been slacking off a bit, this movie did not upset me as much as other people are obviously upset about this movie. So, to each their own. I respect the opinion of everyone that thinks that the movie sucks. I do understand some of their points of views because, like I said, it does have certain flaws, but I don't think it's the worst movie. I have heard that the worst movie is Fantastic Four. I was kind of curious to see the movie based on the last trailer I saw. They seem to have wanted to give this movie a different style, a different look. I've heard reviews online, and everyone says that this movie blows, worse than Pixels. I have heard some positive things that it does try to give Fox and the director from Chronicle do try to give this movie a bit of horror elements, like when the Fantastic Four get their powers, and then where Doctor Doom starts killing people. I have not seen the movie, so I won't judge it. I won't say it's bad until I see it. But I picked up the cup because I thought the cup looked pretty cool, so added that to the collection. And since my wife was feeling a little better, and my daughter is a little older, we can leave her now with my mother-in-law and or her aunt. We went to the stadium to see a Cholo game, and it's been a good year since we've gone to see a Cholo game, the Tijuana Cholo Squinkles, and they were giving out. Well, you had to buy the cup. You had to buy beverage, and you would get the cup. So I bought a Cholo Squinkle cup featuring Dairo Moreno, number 17. So yeah, have a Cholo Squinkle cup. Okay, now on to the movies. Went to a swap meet over Wheels, and I picked up $1 Million Baby, the 2-disc widescreen edition. I've never seen this movie. I've heard it's a bit of a downer movie, so I don't usually like watching movies that are gonna bring me down. I watch movies and I go to the movies to forget about my Monday life and be happy. I watch comedies, I watch horror movies, I watch action movies. Real life biops or tragic movies or movies that are really tragic but are supposed to be uplifting, I usually avoid those because I don't like seeing people suffering in movies. Even if it has a positive message, I try to avoid that. Even though I do, oddly enough, own a couple of movies like the Pianist or what's the other one? The one with Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness. I watched the movies once and I never watched them again. But I heard good reviews on this, and I picked it up. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, really super happy I was able to get a copy of this. This is one of those old DVD type of clam things. These are cool, but in itself they're really hard to maintain because this is just cardboard, so it scratches up some fears. If it gets wet, it'll get super humid. I know this released on Blu-ray, I think last year, but I'm a sucker for DVDs, especially old DVDs that might not be in print anymore. Even though the Blu-ray has a lot more special features, I'm super glad to pick up this version of Little Shop of Horrors, which is a kind of like a horror musical with Rick Moranis and this plant that eats people. It says "Feed me." I watched it when I was little. I thought it was pretty cool, and ever since I've been trying to track down a copy. I'm super excited that I was able to track down this copy, so that was pretty cool. Went to Walmart, and in the $5 bin, I saw this one. It's Captain America 2-pack, Captain America and Captain America 2, Death Too Soon. And this is the Captain America movie starring, if you watch the Spoonie Experiment, he did reviews on both of these movies, but this is starring Reb Brown. I haven't personally seen. I do remember seeing a Captain America movie, which wasn't that cool, but it wasn't starring Reb Brown. These are the ones that are starring Reb Brown, and the costume in the first movie, again, basing it myself on that Spoonie review, looks terrible, but the costume in the second one looks a little bit better. And in the second one, Christopher Lee stars in it, so they look cheesy, they look bad, but I've never seen these two movies. I don't know if this released a while ago or if it's something new, but because I've never seen this DVD. But I picked it up just because of those Spoonie reviews, and I wanted to check them out for myself. Because I know that before this, you could only find them bootleg or on VHS, so I thought it was pretty cool. Was also finally able to pick up a copy of Jaws 2 at that Walmart for $5 in the $5 bin. Jaws 1 is the far superior movie, but Jaws 2 and Jaws 3 I enjoy a lot, so I'm super happy that I was able to get Jaws 2. Now I have to track down a copy of Jaws 3, because that's the one where they go to SeaWorld, I think. I don't remember if it's called SeaWorld or if it's called something else, but that's the one that where he fights where everything was in 3D and you could see the shark smash really poorly into glass and everything floods. Great movie, I remember. Also at Walmart they had Blended on sale. You know, even though it has a weird line here that it didn't have before, it must have scratched when I took it when we were watching it. One of my nephews must have damaged it. But this is Blended, the movie where Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore reunite. This is the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. This movie bombed critically when it released, which has been happening a lot to Adam Sandler, this and then Pixels. But went to see this with my wife, and maybe it's because, you know, we are a couple, and this is more of a couple movie. Maybe it's because it brought back nostalgia from The Wedding Singer and 50 First Dates, but we enjoyed this movie. So when it was on sale, I picked up a combo pack. So it's not Adam Sandler's worst movies. Little Nicky, The Water Boy, That's My Boy, what's the one? Jack and Jill. Those movies I think are his worst. This one's not. This one is, it's a good reunion piece for Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore is great in this, and Adam Sandler, well, he plays Adam Sandler in all of his movies, the typical annoying guy that redeems himself at the end. But, also at Walmart, I picked up Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues, Blu-ray DVD combo pack with the slipcase. This one was a lot cheaper than Blended, cost me $10. But I really like the first Anchorman. I've been wanting to get this one, finally have a copy with over 4 hours of special features. And the thing about these movies is that the special features are also hilarious as hell, so super happy to get that. Also, at this one was at Target. They had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on sale. Also a movie that a lot of people either liked or hated. I liked the movie experience because we went to see this movie. My four brothers, my dad, my mom, and our respective significant others. And just the movie experience of getting everyone together, because it's very rare that my brothers have gotten together to see a movie, and the movie experience was cool. The movie itself, while I dislike the look of the Turtles and the Shredder and Splinter, who still gives me nightmares. Well, not really, but the Splinter in this movie is horrible. It's just god-awful the way that Splinter looks. The movie itself is at least enjoyable. The action sequences I enjoyed. The personalities of the Turtles are hit or miss, but for the most part, they're the Turtles. I especially love that scene. I think a lot of people like that scene where they're in the elevator and then they start rapping out to the music. Just really enjoyed that scene. It's actually right here in the box. So while it does have some flaws, my nostalgia for the Ninja Turtles will give those flaws a pass. And again, the moments with the Turtles are pretty cool, even though if the designs are questionable. Also at Target, I picked up Terminator 2. Not Terminator 2. This is Terminator Salvation, the director's cut. On Blu-ray, not the Blu-ray DVD combo, but this is the only Terminator movie I didn't own. I did not get a chance to see Genesis, so I will probably get that one when it releases on Blu-ray DVD. But yeah, before Genesis, this is the last Terminator movie I wanted to get. And I didn't think that movie was pretty bad either. I actually enjoyed it for what it is. Also, on a different trip to Target, I picked up Gremlins 2, the new batch. I've only seen Gremlins 2 in a combo pack that had the Goonies, Gremlins 1, and Gremlins 2, but I already own the Goonies and Gremlins 1. So for a long time, I've been trying to track down a single disc of Gremlins 2, and at Target, I was able to find it. And I really like Gremlins 1, and I really like Gremlins 2. Gremlins 2 is a lot more quirky, but I like what they did with the Gremlins, where they genetically spliced them to create Electro Gremlins, or Bat Gremlins, or Super Smart Gremlins. So now I'm super happy that my Gremlins collection is complete. On the same trip to Target, I picked up Godzilla, the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Was super excited when this movie was announced, when I saw the trailer. Super excited when I actually sat down to watch it. The Godzilla and monster effects, while the monster designs aren't very cool, the effects are. The story was pretty cool. The one flaw that I mentioned before in this movie is the monster fight tease, where the monsters are there and then they cut away to something else, and you would either see it on the TV screen or you would see the aftermath of the fight. That got annoying because it happened once, happened twice, happens a third time, and I was honestly starting to get stressed out because I wanted to see the monsters fight. But it made up for it in that last sequence where the monsters actually fight. Godzilla fights the Mutos, and it created a super moment of excitement and release when Godzilla's tail started glowing, and then he releases his atomic breath, because finally you could see the monsters fight. So I heard that they're going to do a sequel on this. I'm surprised Japan hasn't released their own updated Godzilla movie. But yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot more than the 98 one. Also picked up at Target the Expendables, the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. There's actually a extended cut that I saw at Walmart, but that one's a lot more expensive than what I got this for. And it has a whole bunch of special features, so yeah, I picked this one up. At a Walmart, I picked up Dark Shadows. This is not my favorite Tim Burton's and Johnny Depp's collaborations. I didn't go to see this in the theater. My wife did. But to complete my Tim Burton collection, I picked it up. But yeah, it's not that good of a movie, I thought. Out and about, I picked up Mario Bros. Mix, which is a disc that contains a couple of episodes from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, The Adventure of Super Mario Brothers 3, and Super Mario World, which is the old Mario cartoon that would pass from Monday to Thursday, and then on Friday it would pass Zelda. I haven't seen the Zelda collection, but if I ever see that one, I will pick it up, because I'm a huge fan of The Legend of Zelda, even though the cartoon was hit or miss for the most part. And I also picked up the best of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. So yeah. For my daughter, once she grows up, I'm hoping she'll like movies. But preparing myself for that, I picked up Barbie, Princess School, Princess Charm School. I'm sorry, with a slipcase. Barbie of Fashion Fairy Tale, and Barbie in A Christmas Carol. This one I actually bought at a Dollar Tree. I'm hoping. I know she'll like the Disney princesses, because every little girl loves the Disney princesses at some point in their life. I'm also hoping she'll enjoy these Barbie movies that I've gotten for her. With these three, she already has about 7 movies. So I'm hoping she enjoys them because they do kind of, all this pink kind of stands out in my weird mix of movies. At a Target, they had this sale where you would buy one movie out of this stand, and you can get the second one for 50% off. So I finally got me a copy of The Hobbit, the 2-disc special edition. Even though it's really just 1 disc, the other disc is digital copy, but I needed this to complete my Lord of the Rings, well, the Hobbit trilogy and my Lord of the Rings epicness. But I wanted this one because this is the slipcase one. I didn't want to get it on Blu-ray because I already have the Hobbit one and the Desolation of Smaug in this kind of format, so I had to get the Battle of the Five Armies. I still think they could have done this in 2 movies, not 3. 3 is a bit too much, and the whole saga of The Hobbit, it has a lot of filler. Well, I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was pretty cool. Everything came together pretty nicely, and the effects are pretty awesome. So, super happy to finally complete my Lord of the Rings thing. Now, I already bought this movie, but in that sale, I bought the Lego movie with the slipcase. The movie, the copy that I had, we gave away as a birthday present to one of my nephews. So I had to re-get the Lego movie, so I picked it up in that Target sale. So great animated movie. I love the Lego movie. I like how weird it is. I like how well animated it is. I like the goofy Batman interpretation. It's just a great movie, and I hope they make a sequel. Also picked up the 2-disc DVD version of Gravity, which is a great movie. I've been trying to track down a copy of this for a while now, and it has over 3 hours of special features, plus the digital copy. It's a great movie. We rented this, me and the wife, and we saw it because it won an Academy Award. And to me, not having control over something stresses me out a lot. So seeing Sandra Bullock floating in space aimlessly without being able to do anything about it stressed the hell out of me in this movie. It really is really stressful. But the effects are really cool, and it caused that reaction in me, that stress reaction that it's really rare. And I really am surprised when that happens in the movie, where you get to the point where you're super stressed, or a movie causes like that really deep emotion. So that's why I picked and been trying to track that one down. And the last one I picked up is Edge of Tomorrow. This is weird because in the movie theaters, and when it released, it's called Edge of Tomorrow. But after it released in home media, I guess the new title is Live, Die, Repeat, because it's like front and center here, and Edge of Tomorrow is not even in title. It's here. It's Cruise Blunt Edge of Tomorrow. So I don't know why they decided to go with this weird change in the name, but Edge of Tomorrow is great. It's great. I haven't seen it on Blu-ray. But and they didn't have the Blu-ray at that Target. Only the DVD was part of the sale. But went to see this movie with my wife. I just saw the trailer, and it looked really interesting. But when we actually went to see it, it blew my mind at how awesome it was. It mixed Groundhog Day with like a video game invasion thing where Tom Cruise would get killed, and then his next life would start. His life would like reset to the next day, but it was like a video game because when he died, he would gain experience. So if he moves left and gets shot in the head and dies, then the next day he would move right and get a little further along to his goal. So I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. A lot of people are not Tom Cruise fans, but this movie, wow, this movie was super surprisingly good. So I had to pick that one up. So yeah, that was the movie version of this trilogy of pickup videos. Some really cool stuff. I have amassed all these movies because they were either on sale or they were dirt cheap. Like always, I like to recommend the standout editions, and just because they're not that well known, I'm gonna go with Godzilla. Love this movie, even though it frustrated me like hell that the monsters didn't fight. Gremlins 2, the new batch. Gremlins 1 is awesome. Gremlins 2 is fun. And Edge of Tomorrow. Not Live, Die, Repeat. This is called Edge of Tomorrow. So yeah, great movie. If you're into video games, you'll enjoy it as much as I did. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this trilogy of videos. Because of the baby, I don't know when I'm going to have a chance to sit down and record everything. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be able to actually record the next video. I'm hoping that I'll have a chance to record something non-pickup related, like movie reviews, or even though I haven't gone to the movies at all. Pixels is the last movie I went to see. But I'll probably do a Vault video. I'll think of something if I have the time. But in the meantime, these 3 videos will catch everyone up on the stuff that I've gotten. So again, thanks so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78 thanking you and signing out.